Welcome to The Advisory, Australia's only podcast with no artificial colours and flavours. But David, full to the brim with that one sugar that people aren't sure if it gives you cancer or not. You know that one?
I know that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
chockers
they're
full of
always
it.
talking about it. Yeah, and some people it's very good, and some other people very bad.
David, this week's episode, it's all about going viral. It's all about oversharing on social media.
Okay.
Really,
Now, this is going to be great.
this was going to be it was going to be like a weird but wonderful episode. This whole thing. But
yeah,
the more I delved in,
well, it was a weird but wonderful episode.
well, it eventually became one
Yeah.
today.
Okay.
You know?
Am I lower than usual? What's happening? Hang on.
Are you not standing on your
My
your
little,
podium?
my little
or?
apple box. Yeah. I forgot my little apple box that I always stand on. I'm quite small in real life. People don't realize that about me. I'm a little man.
What is happening? What is happening with you over there?
I'm just.
What are you doing down there?
Everything's moving. It's fine. I hate my webcams. We're just gonna deal with it.
No, dude, I'm gonna move you. I'm gonna move you, and I'm gonna start this thing again.
Oh.
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 Oh. Oh.
That's something.
Why am I snapping? Just a little bit. No. No, James.
Let's make him that guy from.
I want to do some advice, James.
Hold on. You're the dude from Home Improvement.
Do some advice from all the way down here, James. It's me, little David.
The guy from Home Improvement gives advice. You know that, but he just looks over the fence. You can't show nose. Just do eyes.
James, what? James, I'd like to do some advice.
There
but
it
I'm
is.
just a little man. I can't help with big advice. I'm going to help with small advice. Because I'm little David.
That's upsetting. Right?
He's always been
he
there,
stops
by the
the
way.
voice. Yeah.
He's always been. He sits next to my desk. He just doesn't normally get the microphone.
Oh, kill him.
He rattles around in my streaming PC.
Kill him dead. Kill him dead.
Yeah, I've tried to. I've tried to kill him multiple times. He doesn't seem to die or stay down. I don't know what he's done. Some kind of pact with the devil.
It's my feelings about. It's how I feel about little David, whatever that is.
I'm not thrilled about him either. Yeah. He's always eating the cheese in my fridge.
No, dog, you invented him. You invented him.
He's always been there, mate. He's always been kicking around my streaming PC under the desk.
This is Fight Club. This is Fight Club, dude. You're
you think
dirt.
I'm Edward Norton's Tyler Durden's little David?
Yeah. But I think that little David might be the good one. And we get the evil son of a bitch. Okay, you know what I mean?
You think he might be, and he might actually have like helpful advice and good jokes and stuff.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's no way to know because
no one wants to listen to him because of that fucking annoying voice that he's got. It's so grating.
It's rough. He sometimes will sing lullabies to himself when he's falling asleep, and I sort of hear it drifting through the walls.
What does that sound like?
Not pleasant.
Yeah, but what does it sound like though?
You know those Alvin and the Chip. Well, obviously I can't do it because I'm not him. But you know those Alvin and the Chipmunk films? It's a bit like that, but it'll be sort of
Oh, okay. So how would that go?
A lot of Rihanna for some reason.
Any sort of
doesn't seem relaxing to me.
Any rendition of how that would go? Just because it's like I'm such like I really need to like hear it to be able to visualize it. So I don't really know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can ask him to sing if you want.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just swing this over to him. Give me a second. Yeah, hold on. Oh, you want to hear from little David?
We don't want to. We have to at this point.
What? Oh, okay. That's a bit mean. That's a bit mean, James.
Hey, what are the... Fuck, you're annoying cunt. Hey, really quick, little David.
Oh, that's my little feelings. Might be little, but I've got big feelings.
Well, I don't know where that British accent's come from all of a sudden there, little David. It's hey,
I think that's probably a symptom of David's character work. It's a bit inconsistent, isn't it?
You know what? He is consistently inconsistent. I'll give you that.
He's a useless fuck, isn't he?
Wow. Okay, little David's a kind of a cunt.
He's always trying to kick me.
Well, to be fair, you've got a highly kickable voice. We were just having
Oh,
a quick chat about how you like to sing yourself to sleep. Do you
oh
think
yeah,
maybe you could give
helps.
us a bit of a rendition of what that might sound like?
Yeah, it's a part of my mindfulness exercise. I sing to myself and it helps me get to sleep.
I don't need your whole life story. I was just wondering if you could give us the rendition of what it's like.
Well, I'm a big fan of Rihanna. I'm actually one of her biggest fans. So I often sing a Rihanna song to get myself to sleep.
What is go right ahead.
So
Give us it.
yeah, well you keep interrupting me. I keep going about to sing it.
Oh, my apologies. My bad.
Settle. What are you doing it again? So yeah, when I'm sleeping, I might sort of lie there and I'll be thinking about everything I've done today and all the arguments that I should have said the right thing, and I'll lie there and I'll sort of sing to myself and I'll go, Disturbia is a city of wonders. Disturbia. I'll be honest with you, Big James. Not that you're big, you're just everyone's big compared to me.
Yeah.
Actually, those are really the word.
Don't body
Those are
shame
really
me, you little
words.
bastard. But yeah, what do you need?
Oh, that's not. No, James. Just to me, everyone's big.
For
But those,
sure.
if I'm being honest, don't tell David this.
Okay.
But those are the only words I know.
Of the
To
Rihanna song.
Rihanna. To
Right. Sorry. You're doing a thing with the pronunciation of it. You said 2 seconds ago that you were a very big fan of Rihanna.
well,
Um,
sort of in spirit. Obviously, I'm quite a little fan of reality.
I'm in hell. Can you just give David the microphone really quickly? Can you give David the headset, please?
Oh, yeah.
Just really quick. I just have to ask him something.
Yeah, hold on. Fuck, he's annoying.
Kill that fucking little. Oh, that's a little rat
I
spawn from hell, dude. Kill that.
James, I've tried.
Oh, okay.
You know that. Cover your ears, little David. Yeah, go on. Yeah, thanks, mate. You know that he's the reason I own that fucking machete. I've run it through his
Okay.
fucking skull, James. And you know what he did? He fucking got back up.
Damn, he Michael Myers,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah. I think if we stop talking about him, he might just go to sleep. He's sleeping on top of the graphic. He's looking at me on top of the graphics card. He's kind of perched there. Just give me the. He's. Yeah, it's fine, buddy. Yeah,
How
just
long
keep.
have you?
Just
Sorry, how long have you had this guy running around?
well, when I moved into this apartment, I was just sort of kicking around one day, and he turned up. I think he's always lived here. Doesn't talk about his past much.
Right.
He said he he starts talking about it. And he gets 1,000-yard stare like he's seen some shit.
And you sort of just didn't really have any questions for that. You just sort of were like, yeah, come on in. Let's.
Oh, look, I kept trying to talk to him about it, and it seemed like it was psychologically quite troubling for him.
Yeah, no, it seems like there's quite a lot of psychological trouble happening in that whole space, really.
It's not a happy household over here. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't think he fucking exists, but okay.
Listen, you're allowed to have that opinion. Okay.
David, shall we oh man. I mean, that whole situation is in need of quite a lot of advice and help in and of itself, but
I need so much help, yeah.
Not be selfish today. Let's be selfless. And let's help others.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could do that. That might take my mind off that little fucking asshole.
Wow, it's not a great relationship happening there.
James, could you imagine trying to get to sleep every night, just hearing the same? It's not even the full chorus of Disturbia. It's the opening bar of it every night in that fucking high pitch of voice. I had to buy earplugs. I'm going broke buying earplugs.
Yeah. At some point, it's just cheaper to sort of turn him off, you know?
I've tried.
David, this question comes from Unreasonable. And
good start.
They said, my friend Cynthia and I have become much closer recently as we have both gone through divorces and shared our experiences. I'm a guy, by the way. He's a guy.
Is that okay? Sure.
I guess he wants to set the tone for like, yes, I have platonic relationships with the opposite sex.
No, I understand. I just think he doesn't understand how this works because he's supposed to say, I, 34 male, her, 32 female, like we give a shit. But yeah, go on.
For sure.
Yeah.
Cynthia recently moved back to the area after living a few states away. and we've been able to go out a few times. I'm enjoying finally being on my own after going through a very long, mentally and emotionally draining divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us recently have been through a very sort of emotionally draining experience on this podcast.
Some of us wish they could be alone, James. Some of us.
I've been very open that I will not be sleeping around. And I have stated that I am interested in pursuing a long-term relationship with an idea that we can begin exploring moving in together sometime next year.
What?
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I thought you and
What?
Cynthia were just buds, dude.
Hang on. I've been very open that I will not be sleeping around, and I've stated that I'm interested in pursuing a long-term. Does he mean with Cynthia, or he just means it in general? Carte blanche.
Let's find out. I've recently come across a TikTok page of Cynthia's that's basically filled with videos airing out our every small disagreement we've ever had.
Oh my god.
Not to mention viewing me as a guy who won't commit because I want to take my time working toward moving in together.
Okay, so was okay. So it is about her. Yeah.
And also he's a liar because he said that we're just friends. So
because he said just friends, but clearly not.
These videos get thousands of views, and some of the comments, mostly very negative ones at my expense, include reference to the specific apartment complex where I'm living.
What?
These comments are from friends of hers. This is a hard line for me, and I asked her to remove these videos if she wants to pursue a long-term relationship. She then made another video about that conversation, and I abruptly ended any semblance of a relationship with her after seeing it. I'm wondering, was I unreasonable? Was it unreasonable for me to make a request that our personal conversations not be aired out on social media?
Boy, I feel like there's two versions of reality here. There's one where she goes, oh yeah, like I told you that I post my entire life on the internet all the time, live blog journal wise, and you're like, no you didn't. She's like, yeah, you remember 7 months ago, just as you were falling asleep, and you said, hey babe, make sure you set the alarm, and I said, yeah, just really quickly so that I actually air all my grievances out on social media, and you said okay, and then you went to sleep. So I told you. That's one scenario where that's her defense. So she's like, I told you, but sneakily. Or this is insane. I assume this is okay. This is insane to me.
Okay.
I'm wondering how normal this kind of thing is, though. You know what I mean? Because it's like people must be doing this shit all the time.
Right. But I mean, I don't think that the average person is sharing the intimate details of every negative interaction they have with their partner or friends or family on the internet. Not everyone of these. I would say a lot of people do it, but it's not enough for it to not be weird. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying it's not weird. I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying is like, are we weird for thinking it's weird, or is it one of these things where it's like, oh no, that's fully the norm now? But I guess I don't know. One of my exes had a friend, and that friend would post like exactly this kind of content about her husband, her kid, her entire life, like every disagreement, and it was just this like endless Instagram story where it was like just thing after thing after thing after thing of like, oh, my fucking husband did this, that, and the fifth thing when he came home. My fucking kid won't do this. Yeah. And my mom has been on my and I was like,
so it's like,
everything.
Hey guys, get ready with me today. Me and my son Brady, we're gonna run some errands, and this. I've been using the MAC lip plumper recently, and it's really been helping the fact that the tingling sensation that makes it plump up is really sort of drawing away from the fact of how much of a fucking annoying little cunt my kid's been lately. I'll tell you what. I want Robux. Give me the fucking credit card for some Robux. If someone in this fucking house asks me for fucking money for Robux again, I'm gonna flip shit. My bronzer today is actually from Cosmetics Plus, and
yeah, that's right. Not sponsored. They just sent me some for free. But it's James. It was that, but the kid would be in the background, like
he's there.
He's like,
hey,
Mom?
Cooking with my husband tonight. Just kidding. This fucking piece of shit doesn't cook nothing in this house. Barely get this cunt to take the fucking trash out. Fucking waste of space, useless piece of shit. Just berating him. So you're getting it done I guess a twofer really, because it's like
Yeah,
it's direct, but it's also passive because it's through the internet. So you sort of
it's true.
you're rallying this sort of support crew, a digital support crew, to further roast
Mm.
the people in your life.
You're recruiting sort of an army of anonymous folk, an army of internet folk to flame him for forgetting to buy onions when he went to the grocery store.
That is starting to
Mm.
sound good. Hear me
Yeah.
out, because now
Okay.
it's a little bit like I've recruited 5,000 little relationship personal assistants who they're now, it's like, hey guys, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. And like, I told my husband today that when he comes home this afternoon, we need a liter of oat milk, we need 2 liters of regular milk, and we need 6 brown onions. Okay. And if
It's a lot of milk.
he fucking better not forget it. And then you have all of these people, you do your morning live thing. And now throughout the day, you have thousands of people blowing up his Instagram or
Oh,
his TikTok.
keeping him on the
Better
path.
get that fucking milk, Greg. Don't come home unless you've got 7 onions. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit.
Okay, so I can see what you're saying. So like you're sort of yeah, you have like digi assistants that are gonna berate your
Yeah.
loved ones into doing what you want them to do.
I think unreasonable is being a bit unreasonable because maybe you're not seeing the benefit that this could bring.
But it's not a benefit for you, it's a benefit for them. Like if
Wow,
I'm
that's a really
Cynthia,
negative way to frame this. Okay, guys. Because if I actually view myself through the lens of 10,000 hateful comments towards me, maybe I can positively change,
if
and,
I actually
one, really
think about
build
it,
up a thick skin, because that's gonna take its toll.
oh, character
Mentally,
building.
emotionally. It's really
Yeah.
gonna fucking kick you,
Being
right?
abused on a daily basis
Yeah.
is actually an opportunity for character
The
building.
growth, yes.
Growth. Yeah.
See, a lot of people talk about the hustle and the grind, but they're not willing to be ground down into a pulp to reshape themselves,
Mm. And yes, frankly, James, cowardly, to my view.
Oh, I
That
wouldn't
you
say
that you
that.
wouldn't be
That's
willing.
fucked up, actually. That's fucked.
That you wouldn't be. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
well,
Oh,
dude,
I'm sorry. You're
that's
better than me. You're
that's
better than
really
me
fucked
because
up that you'd say that.
you're scared of someone on the internet being mean to you. Okay. No, I don't think so.
I'm just
I
saying
take
that
my licks
it's an
like a
opportunity
fucking
for
grown-up.
growth. I'm not saying that they're a coward, okay? That's bullying, actually, I think is what you've done there. So
Maybe I'll fucking bully them into being a better fucking goddamn husband.
wow, okay,
Yeah.
dude.
How
All
about
right,
that?
let's.
Get him, followers. Sick him. So you can see how it'll turn, really,
It
pretty
does
easily.
turn. It turns pretty quickly. Yeah, you can see sort of like
isn't it?
how power corrupts. So I
Is
guess
this a venting thing, or what's?
it is. I think it is. It is. I think it's people venting to, maybe they don't have like a best friend that they can just like chat shit with. They
Mhm.
have 15,000 friends from all around the globe that they
Mhm.
chat shit with. It just so happens that those people are then able to sort of form kind of like a digi militia and really bring it back on him,
Oh, you know what it is? This is like the new age version of like in therapy when they're like, write a letter to someone that you're really angry with, but don't post it. And then you went and like posted it in the fucking town square on a billboard. This is the digital version of
Yeah.
that. Where it's
Yeah.
like, this is a letter you shouldn't send, but you do send it, and 20,000 people
Oh, so it helps.
see it.
It helps you, the poster, and you're
Surely,
sort of
right?
and you really, I guess, lack any sort of like empathy whatsoever. So you don't really care
Whatsoever.
what
Yeah.
the ramifications are or the outcomes are or how the other person feels that you're posting it about. So it's a selfish
also-
pursuit.
It's also like well, yes, but it's also a fucking buck wild position to be taking in this situation. He's like, I just got out of this complicated divorce, trying to work my shit out. They clearly have future plans. Like he's committed to her. He's just taking his time, and she's like, he won't fucking marry me yet. Are you kidding me?
Speed it up, lead feet.
Commitment issues while he has a plan to move in with you within like a year. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
Yeah. So I guess
Crazy to me.
when he very specifically asks if it was unreasonable for him to request that his personal conversations not be aired out on social media, I don't think that that's an unreasonable request. You know?
No, unless because I was thinking about this at the very start, right? Unless this was a a pre-known aspect. If she was like she's like, I'm a live blogger, or I'm
Right.
like my life is transparently on the internet. That's part of my who I am.
Absolutely. If you knew that
But
coming
this
in,
seems
that's
like
something that you've got to, you
yeah,
know, it still sucks, but it's like
it's not great.
you knew that
You
signing
knew
up
that
for
going
it.
into it. This seems like you woke up one day and found her doing it, and you're like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Just broadcasting
I
to the
woke up one day and she was
football field
standing over me
stadium
like
amount of
this.
people."
There he is.
These
Fucking,
fuckers
fucking.
sleeping
Hey
in
guys,
again.
guess what time it is? Guess what time it is? That's right. It's 9 a.m. on a Sunday. Yeah, that means that every cafe is going to be fucking busy by the time we get there now. And this fucking piece of shit doesn't even care.
I don't.
But seriously, that you got to get up early for the cafes on the weekend. I don't
On
know,
the
what are you
weekend,
doing?
you
What are you
do.
doing? Sleeping
do.
in, dude? You can't do that.
I'm not standing in a. I'm not waiting outside for
God.
30 minutes.
Got a grumbly tum and my legs hurt because I'm fucking like 6 couples deep in the line waiting for a table to
Oh,
free up. I don't think so, dude.
the cafes you want to go to are the ones where they just write your name down in a list, and then you get to go do whatever you want. They just call out to you, and they're like, "Hey, David, David, table for two," and you're like, "Yes," as you've been staring at whatever boring fucking shops in near, like a flower shop or something, pretending to be interested. That was too specific to be improvised. That happened to me last weekend.
David, my mum frequently shares things via social media that she has no right to share.
Okay.
She'll take a picture that we've posted on our Facebook or Instagram and post it herself, almost as if she was the one who took it, often relaying the story of the picture as if it was her own, basically stealing it and posting it herself. Recently, she posted on Facebook about me and my fiance's wedding date, stating, "So excited for wedding month, wedding," and tagging us. This was before we, the actual couple, had even announced it.
Mm,
I told her to take
mm.
it down and explained about what a violation it was. She
Mhm.
eventually said she understood where we were coming from and took down the post. She's like, "Oh, all right, I guess I'll take it down."
Uh-huh.
But within the same day, posted a funny story about our, meaning mine and my fiance's dog that I had told her.
Oh, so she's not just like repurposing content you're posting. She's sort of taking interactions
in the
and
most literal
broadcasting them.
sense, living vicariously through you.
Oh, delicious. Yeah, okay. Okay, Mom, back off.
Neither of us had shared that on social media ourselves. It was via phone conversation. We live across the country.
Incredible.
I know the easy answer is to not post what we don't want. I know the easy answer is to not post what we don't want shared, but she'll post things we tell her via the phone too.
That's not a solution. You text her something and suddenly 5 minutes later it's up on Instagram.
I want her to understand that the only way we'll tell her about things is she can respect that we don't want it shared with the world. If I don't talk to her or tell her about our lives, she lays in a huge guilt trip about how she doesn't even know us anymore.
Yes.
How do I share with my mum without her sharing with the world? And that's from Too Much Sharing.
Okay. Now, I think this calls for a classic advisory scheme.
Oh, we love a scheme.
We love a scheme, Jack. Because to my mind, what you want to do is kind of construct some kind of a story or situation where if she shares it, you're able to be like, ha, caught you in the act, and teach her a lesson, sort of Parent Trap style.
Oh,
Okay.
very good. Yes.
Maybe it's like I
dude,
don't know what the story would be yet.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
It's like when you're trying to flush out a rat and you share bits of different information around to see what comes out the other end, right? But in this case, we already know we know who the mole is.
The mole within your friend group. You tell everyone a different bit of information.
Yeah.
And whichever one starts to circulate, that person's the fucking mole.
They're the dirty rat. Yeah.
They're the dirty fucking rat that needs to get got.
Okay.
They're the snitches that needs to get stitches.
Now we know who the snitch is, who deserves the stitch. How do we stitch the snitch?
I guess in this case, we know that Mum is the snitch.
What?
We just need to prove it.
We prove it. Are you,
No, but, like-
dog? Are you talking about a full blown social expose, a tear down of my mum, where I go
Yeah.
live on Facebook or I fucking
She needs
make a
to know.
video and I do
She-
a side by side comparison with timestamps of like, here's my post, here's her post saying that she actually went to Majorca when we know that she didn't. Okay, guys, that was mine and Jeff's
Guys, that was my holiday.
international trip. Okay, I've
That's
got
what
the
I'm
tan
thinking.
lines to prove it.
You need something that is like gonna be verifiable. That's gonna make her go, oh, maybe I'm the problem. Like
A four
really.
corners expose. My mum is stealing my social content. My mum's
Get
stealing
her
my
on Dr.
life.
Phil.
My mum's stealing my life. That's a better title.
Yeah.
It's got to be vaguely not true, but that doesn't matter. You know, they'll figure it out in the details.
She's kind. Yeah. She's also kind of. She is stealing your life a little
She
bit.
is. She
Yeah.
is.
I think something like that. You feed her some false information, and when it comes out, it makes her look real dumb and makes her finally reconsider her actions. Right. That's where I think you want to get to.
Yes. Yes, David. Yeah. We share something that's. Oh, I know what I want to go with, but it's dark.
Yeah, I could.
You know?
I felt that in your
Yeah.
gaze.
I was gonna
I
say
saw it
some
flash
type of-
across your face.
I tell mum on the phone that I have some type of disease, you know?
Oh no. Okay.
Could just be something icky, you know? It doesn't have to be life threatening, you know?
Something venereal, I guess.
Yeah. And then I tell her that on the phone, and then when she ends up posting it on social media, you then come in the comments and go, I never said that. Mum, I don't have enter icky disease. And now you make mum look like a real big fucking liar and
Real
a goof.
fucking lying.
Because what we
goof-up.
need to do is we need to make it so that the people on social media no longer trust mum as a source.
Which hopefully will disavow the power she has, and then she'll stop posting. That's where I'm getting to, right?
Exactly.
Because if your audience no longer trusts you, they're not going to want to consume what you're publishing, and then she'll stop publishing it because she's
Yes.
not getting the clout that she is chasing. Mom.
Yeah, hey mum. Yeah, just calling in for my Wednesday chat that we do every Wednesday.
Hello, James.
And God, you sound like a very small version of my friend that's living in my friend's apartment.
No, I'm old.
Perfect. No, I got that, mum. I know how old you are.
It just took me a moment to find the register.
Mum, I think from now on with...
Yes?
Ah.
Well, what is it, darling?
Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to...
Have I always been British?
No, which makes this sort of...
Just a strange consequence of all of David's characters, isn't it,
It
love?
is, yeah. He needs to... Hey, just between you and me, mum, he could use some
Yes,
fucking... He could
James.
use some fucking work on his impressions and characters, you know what I mean?
Yes, he could.
If I think that if he worked on just other character, it would be good, you know? Just
Yes,
another
James.
one, you know what I mean? Just
Why
one
have you
other one.
called?
Sorry, mum.
I'm in the middle of a foot massage.
All right. Well, do you want me to let you get back to it, or should I just carry on?
No,
Jesus
it's
Christ,
fine,
mum.
James. My
Um,
Facebook's going cold.
Well, have I got some potentially hot juice for you?
Oh, that's a bit sexual, darling.
No, it isn't, mum. I tell you that every week that you take the innuendo out of. Anyway, I'm just gonna power through. Jesus fucking Christ. I figure from now on, every time I call you,
kind of language.
yeah, shut
with
your
your mother.
fucking mouth. So I'm actually just gonna. There we go. I've muted you, mum. I've muted you. I can't hear you. All right. No, I can. It's a video call, so I do see you. I see your mouth moving. I can't hear you. Fuck me dead. Anyway, mum, I think that from now on, every time I call you, I'm gonna have to, for just my life stories, I'm gonna have to hit you with, two truths and a lie, just to keep you on your toes, so you're not posting all of my actual shit. You know? How does that work? Mum agrees. All right, thanks, mum. Well, we'll talk. You get back to your fucking foot massage. Hey, a queen's goodbye. Yes, yes, and a doffed cap to you, mother. Jesus fucking fuck.
Is she always like that?
Oh, isn't she just, you know?
It's a lot.
But what do you think about that? Two truths and a lie, you know? Now
That's pretty powerful.
she can't even trust the stories I'm telling her.
However, can we now listen? First of all, great plan. Can we add another layer to it? Can you start doing
Pile
this
on.
for a few months and then reveal to her later? Like get all the posts together that she's done, aggregate them all, and then be like, these ones are lies, and this is her blasting putting my spot on blast.
Yep. And if it can
Do
be
that
done,
for a reveal.
if it can be done in some type of family gathering intervention.
Oh, it's an intervention.
Yeah.
Oh,
and we put on the
James.
screen all the different posts.
James. Oh my. It's a PowerPoint presentation.
Absolutely.
All of the shit that she has put out there about me that I did not authorize. And look, this one's a lie. This one's a lie. And Mom, you have a problem. Now we love you and support you, but you have a problem.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shit. I mean, I don't know.
The problem is, Mum. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Departed, but you're a fucking rat. I don't feel good saying that to you.
You're a fucking snitch, Mum.
But you're a fucking rat snitch, Mum. Okay? So,
you wouldn't last 2 fucking seconds in prison, Mum.
Mum, what are you?
Shanked in the showers, Mum.
What are you? Why? You sweating really profusely. Mum, is that it? And then you open it and she's wearing a wire.
Wearing a wire. Yeah.
God damn it.
Damn it, Mum. She's working for the feds. Or is she working for Mark? I don't know how that would work.
She's working for herself. This is for her content.
She's doing this. You know how reporters will often audio record and then transcribe later? You think that she's doing that with her life?
100%.
Walking around recording shit and then posting it?
She's got one of those like old school Teddy Ruxpins sitting on her lap that has the tape in the back and she's just hit record on it. She's just got it sitting there.
Quite obviously too. Pretending it's not obvious.
We can hear the tape whirring through.
Ticking around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mum's not very subtle, is she?
David, my husband's job requires that he be active on social media.
Okay.
His primary account contains mostly work-related content, but he also uses it to direct people to some personal writing and photography. And this little line thrown in there. He has several thousand followers. No big deal.
Is that like a...
Yeah.
Oh, you don't worry about it. He does have several.
Yeah.
It doesn't... It's not a... I don't know, this isn't the point of what I'm... Listen, but he does have several thousand.
But it's just because you're wondering.
So.
He has several thousand.
Oh, yeah. I could see you asking how many followers he had in your head, and I just thought he'd get ahead of that. Several thousand. My husband, several thousand.
How many does your husband have? Oh, 71. Yeah, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Because mine, like I said, several thousand.
Several thousand.
My husband. Also really hot bod. Your husband?
Oh, wow. A little hot or not live. Fucking roasting these people. Jeez.
Yeah, listen. I was a big fan of Face Smash back in the day. Marky Mark's first idea was his best idea. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cancelled.
Yeah.
I'm not active on social media for my own valid reasons, and I understand that my husband can manage his own choices.
Okay.
I've asked him.
Doesn't feel like that you believe that, but sure.
Yeah.
If this is the question, I don't know if I agree that you believe that, but sure.
I have not. I have asked him not to post personal information about me, but he still shares more information than I would like.
Okay.
When my mother died, he posted a tribute to her on his blog and promoted it on all of his accounts. He included lots of personal details, including her maiden and married names. So fully doxed. Fully doxed her.
What? I guess she's dead. She can't get hurt anyway, but still bad.
A few days ago, he forwarded an email to me from a man who had read his blog. The man said he'd done genealogical research and had determined that his grandmother and my mother were half sisters. He asked if our family was aware of this and invited someone to contact him for more information if they were interested. My grandparents
run that back.
So this guy emails the husband and it's like, yo, I've done some genealogical research and I've found out that my GMA and your wife's mum
The writer in. Okay,
are
yeah,
half
yeah, yeah.
sisters.
Got it. Okay, yep.
My grandparents were very candid about their past and never indicated that they were hiding a secret. If so, it was clearly information they did not want to share. I know my
Mm-hmm.
husband never intended for something like this to happen, but I resent that he put me in this situation by ignoring my request for privacy.
Okay.
I have no interest in pursuing this, but other family members might feel differently. Should I share this with them? How do I get my husband to stop sharing my information on social media?
Ooh.
Well,
Mm.
we've crossed that bridge. He's already done it. He's doing it.
It's done. You're on the other side of that, I think. This is one of the situations, James, where you're already you're already kind of waist deep in the muck, and you're asking, how do I stop being in the muck? And it's like, no, at this point, doesn't matter how you got into the muck. It's about getting out of the muck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We
It's
can
a-
do a retrospective later about how we all got here. For now,
But for
let's
now,
grab the vine and climb out.
it's a
you know?
demuckment. Yes. Yeah.
Now, this is that's wild that someone can just inbound you out of the blue and be like, yeah, actually, my grandma and your grandma are actually half sisters. How much info is he putting out there?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like, is he putting out her 21 and me fucking DNA results and shit? Like,
yeah. He's like, and just, I am super appreciative of everyone that subscribes to the Patreon. And again, if you do sign up for the $7 a month tier, you do get some of my wife's hair. That's sort
that
of
you
part
can
of it.
then use.
Yeah, that you can then
$10
sort of.
tier, you get some blood.
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But don't tell her.
But don't,
I take
guys,
it when she's sleeping.
please don't tell her about the Patreon. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, yeah, you're this ship done sailed. So I think it's about reining in how much stuff he shares about you in the future. Maybe first of all, thank you so much for the tribute post.
Oh,
Fucking take it off your fucking website now.
delete
cunt.
that shit immediately. Okay? Yeah.
I have a long lost relative that's found this out of the woodwork through some genealogical research because of your fucking blog post, dude. Let's take the post down. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. But let's take it down.
That's step number 1. Step number 2 is future damage control.
Right. If any more people in our family die, don't post about it.
What if he died? Because that would solve all the problems.
Oh, shit.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, it is hard to.
Plus, you'd be able to put him on blast and do a fucking memorial post about him. Fucking get him back. Looking up from hell, he'd be like, fuck, she got me good.
Oh, she got me.
She got me.
The
so
ultimate
good.
revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he just haunt her then, and then he has the ultimate revenge. So it's kind of like
ghosts are allergic to
and he's a writer, so you know that he had probably a book that he was working on that he never published, so that leaves him the unfinished business to be able to turn him into a ghost.
Oh,
yeah,
that's rough. Yeah,
it's a tough one.
That's why everyone in my life who's planning to murder me is waiting till the Main Trick series is done, and they're all sort of there's a queue of them waiting to do their murders on.
I'm personally waiting for the audiobook because I know that you'll put that in there as a fucking loophole. All these idiots are going to wait for the print. I'm waiting for the audiobook because I know that you're going to come back with it was the audiobook all along, was the unfinished business.
Yeah. James is smart. He knows that it's the audiobook, it's the paperback, and the hardback. He's clued in.
Yeah.
Yeah. All mediums.
He calls it the holy trinity of mediums.
I do.
Yeah.
But it's kind of I also there is an optional 4th quadrant that I'm planning to kind of pull out of the deck of cards.
Son of a bitch. God damn it.
Which is get it printed in Braille.
Will this guy and this series of books die already?
Never.
Yeah.
There's Ghost Me being like, James, they never printed it in Braille. And you're like, it's 8 in the fucking morning. I'm trying to finish this. I'm like, James, you must publish the Braille. And you're like, there's no suppliers to do that. I don't know how. Could you shut the fuck up for 5? Jet, I'd be in your kitchen every
I feel
morning.
like it would very much be like, James, I had a memoir that I was going to write, and I'm like, oh, of course you
Fuck.
did, of
You
course you
God.
did.
Insufferable. Yeah.
Well, how do
Very
I get my
sexual
husband to stop
memoir.
sharing my goddamn shit on the internet?
I don't know.
I think if he doesn't have the internet, then he can't do it.
Okay. Now talk me through what you mean by that, because the internet's everywhere
I
now.
don't know how. You know how in movies when they
Yeah.
want to like get a house of people or whatever, but they're afraid that they'll be able to like text and use the internet and stuff, and they use one of those
Yeah.
blocker things, a jammer. Can I just keep a jammer in the house, or maybe a
Yeah, you
jammer?
could just buy those like on
How
eBay.
how small can we get a jammer? Because if I can get one small enough, I can sew them into the fucking lining of all of his pants, and then he'll just
I
constantly
think
have a
this
jammer on him.
the problem is it needs. I mean, you can do ones with batteries, but it'd be like the size of like a thumb drive. You need to rotate them if they run out of juice, though.
Yeah.
Um, that's a good
You
instinct. I
seem
think
to
like that's a
know a lot of
solid.
like, yeah, it's just you seem to know a lot about these sort of like random, weird, obscure things that I'll bring up that are always, it's always to like harm or prevent someone. And if like that's sort of the umbrella of the topic, you seem to know like quite a lot about the different sort of tools and resources and things available to you. So
Was that a question or?
just sort of thinking out loud, just sort of noticing, just an awareness and a vocalization.
Yeah,
So,
you made an observation,
yeah.
which you might live to regret.
Oh, okay. Well, so let's get back to this fucking guy. The enemy of my enemy is my
To
friend.
regret, if you know what I mean.
Team up to take out this guy. So you think that's possible? I can sew it into something.
My concern is that it's sort of quite a long game. Like you're gonna have to do this for quite a while. Again, I don't think it's a bad idea. I just think we need to find some kind of sustainable. What if? Okay, what about this? Um, I think you can get away with this, but you'd also have to like put a jammer in at home, jammer in his car, because you can hook that up to power.
I'm okay with that.
Jammer at you can't really do work. I feel like there's enough surface area here. You might get in trouble. You
No,
can
because
slip
if
through the
he's if
cracks.
he's if he's working on his personal stuff at work, then I'll dob him into work.
Okay.
I'm just
Okay.
trying to cover my
Okay. No,
bases
no,
on
no.
the fly. Is all I'm doing.
So you're not only gonna have to bug his whole shit, but you're gonna have to sort of hack his devices in order to. Oh, even.
No, I'll know because I'll see the post go up on the blog, and I'll be like, he's fucking gotten to it at work.
What about this? What about this? This is a classic security stuffing method. Whatever his blogging fucking website is, however he's posting the stuff, so whatever it is, you pay someone. You can do this. You pay someone to produce a replica of that, stuff, and then when he goes in and he posts it, he thinks it's going up there, but it's not actually going on the site. It's just going into the bin. So he thinks he's posted. Oh no, why is no one liking it? Oh, no one's following me or whatever.
Yep.
So he's posting.
Love it.
Eventually, he'll give up because he's not getting any.
Yeah.
Not getting any of the good dopamine. Clicky likes, as they say.
Yeah. When the clicky likey likes go down, it's like what's the point?
When they evaporate, it's like, why am I even sharing my wife's most intimate fucking secrets? Like,
yeah. And
what am I even doing here?
And let's face it, that tribute post really blew up. I'm gonna have to kill again.
I've thought about messing with her dad's meds just to get those kind of numbers again.
Yeah. Because I think he did it. I think he did it to boost the numbers, but yeah.
Yeah. But I think that backfired because if she's in hospital, that's one post, right? Oh, she's getting better. That's two. That inspirational.
No, dude,
post.
the whole recovery journey.
That's what I'm saying. But I think he overdid it and she KO'd, and he didn't mean for that.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. And now if he turns on his family, I think let him. I think let him post your details online. Don't say anything about it because we've uncovered his plan. We know what he does.
Yeah.
Wow, because he failed on that first round, but he saw how much, traction it got.
Interesting. You know what? I hate to pitch the same idea twice in one episode,
Yeah.
but could we orchestrate a fake event for him to get clout from that we can then reveal later is false? Make him look like a, and we could email the evidence to Philip DeFranco, and he could do a big expose.
It's perfect. Yeah, or any of his rival blogs. Yeah.
Oh my! To his competitors.
Yeah.
James, that's genius.
We feed him fake info. We watch it come out on the other end. We then give the real info to the competitor blogs. They write an expose because they're going to write it way better than I can. They're fucking blogging,
Yeah,
they write this big expose takedown on my husband's blog and his lies, his prolonged series of lies, and potentially a murder that he done on my mum. And we get him, and we get the blog taken down.
And maybe he goes to prison?
How
much do we like our husband?
Let's keep him for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't sound convinced of that.
David, we have a little bit of time left, so I thought I might ask you this question from TMI.
As in the institution? Or it's a person?
Too much information. It's a person.
Oh, okay.
David, I'm
not the technical institution.
No, not that one.
So I can't get a trade degree there from TMI. This guy.
Well, let's see how you do on the quiz, which is this question. I'm really struggling with a serious case of TMI. I'm 27 years old, working full-time in my desired field. I'm lucky enough to go to grad school. I have wonderful parents and many great friends. Overall, I'm very fortunate and try to remain grateful for what I have.
Okay.
My issue is that I overshare about everything.
Oh.
About my life, my friends, my friends' lives. I don't feel that I'm doing it in a gossipy way. It isn't malicious. It's just that I can't stop myself from sharing. Even insignificant details will come tumbling out of my mouth. If I'm telling a story and some of the details are unnecessary or unflattering, I don't omit them. It's one thing for me to overshare about my own life, but I find myself revealing intimate details about people close to me and others all the time. I'm starting to feel really icky about it, but I just can't not tell everything.
So this is like this is a sort of a analog situation.
Yeah.
Non-digi.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could go into the digital realm.
Yeah.
I know it isn't mine to share, but I love being in the storyteller's seat, having everyone pay attention to me and laugh along with me. My coworkers have said that they love my stories, but I worry that I share too much and too often because I don't know half as much about them as they know about me.
Oh no.
I recently went on a date that I wasn't particularly feeling, in parentheses. She had to overshare that with us.
Yeah, the question's got a lot of oversharing in it already.
And instead of simply excusing myself at the end, I felt I needed to share the exact reason that I needed to leave, which was that I needed to run an errand for a friend. This resulted in my date offering to run it with me, which I didn't feel super comfortable with, but felt bad saying no. I wish I'd just kept my mouth shut and not said anything. I don't know why I feel the need to be so honest all the time. I've struggled to make and retain quality friends for a long time. I definitely had some poor self-esteem for a while, but I've worked on that and feel much more confident in myself.
Okay.
During my 20s, I had a hard time finding quality friends. I had several conflicts and breakups with friends that were very difficult for me. Maybe oversharing related, we don't know. I've always been a bit of a doormat, and I let people take advantage of my people-pleasing nature. And as a result, I sometimes attract manipulative people.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
For me, sharing personal stories and bits of your life... Sorry, that's what she wrote. For me, sharing personal stories and bits of your life is how you bond with people. She just meant like in general, like sharing bits of your life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not sharing bits of your life specifically.
But The royal you.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
assume that I'm doing this as a way to open up or invite people in, but usually I find it's only me doing all the opening up. Lately, I've been feeling foolish about how much I blab about my life, but as much as I chastise myself and beat myself up afterward, I just can't seem to stop. How can I get myself to stop putting my foot in my mouth and embarrassing myself with my oversharing?
This is fascinating to me. I could not relate to something less except for the storytelling part.
Which is
Like
why I think,
I like spinning a yarn, but
oh,
you can go back to
who's
fucking 2
yarn?
episodes ago
Yeah.
and listen to me struggle to string 3 sentences together about myself for an hour and a half. Like, I just never talk about me or my life. I'm always talking about stuff and ideas and
You're
things
always
that
talking
happen,
about other
right?
people, other people's lives. Yep. Spinning
I'm doing
yarns and tales
a
about
hot
their shit.
goss.
Yeah.
No, but I'm always talking about like things and ideas and stuff. Like, I'm never talking about. I don't particularly think my life is very interesting, right? So like, I'm interested in other stuff. However, this is one of those unique things where I've run into this before. I knew someone that was like this. There's a
Okay.
reason we're no longer friends.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And it was because they fucking told everyone all of your shit all the time.
All of your stuff? They were out there blabbing about
Yeah, you
David
couldn't
things?
have a conversation about, puppy play and have it be confidential.
Yeah.
That's being broadcast all over the Sizzler kitchen floor. It's all
Yeah.
over the weight room floor.
And who would have known that only, a handful of years later that you'd be sharing it yourself on the internet? But,
Yeah, time's funny like that. You
Yeah.
learn to embrace your own truth, I think, is
True.
what's happened there. Yeah. I don't this is
Well, I guess in that instance, if you sort of lived through this,
yeah.
what advice, if you could go back and give to them to maintain that friendship, what could you
Good
have
question.
said to them or done to make them sort of like wind it in a bit?
Let me think about let's start with like what we all did, which is I think over time we all just started self-editing around that person.
Yeah,
And
that'll
so like
happen.
anytime they were present, you would be kind of conscious of the self in that situation and what you were saying, and
Yep.
like quite a natural thing to do, I think. I'm given to wonder, the advice there might be something around kind of not just knowing the audience, right? Because I think that was a big thing that they weren't able to do. They weren't able to be like, what is this? What is the context in the room I'm having this conversation in?
Mm-hmm.
The conversation, they're telling a story about this thing they did on the weekend and we were all there or whatever. They wouldn't have different details and different emphasis if they're telling it back to us at the pub versus to our boss or something, right?
Okay.
And I think the lack of like awareness of the audience and everything being delivered exactly the same way with exactly the same transparency is where we ran into issues.
Okay.
And
Right.
so I think it would be like think about how me telling this sounds so obvious.
Don't maybe you tell our co-workers about the 9 lines of coke that I did off the fucking, the Cloudland bathroom stall, but you don't say that when it's my boss and my mum and my dad and my grandma and my grandpa in the room for some reason together all at once.
Because you've walked into our family home.
Yeah.
How did you get in? The door was locked.
Yeah, exactly. And why is my boss here?
I guess that quite transparently is just do empathy with the people you're talking to and think about the ways that your talking impacts the people in those stories.
Hey, really quick. Have you considered thinking about when you sort of tell all of these stories that aren't yours and these intimate details that you share with other people that no one has given you any express ability to do, but you seem to do it anyway. Have you sort of thought about anyone else?
But it sounds like, James, to me, it sounds like for them, they're in this headspace of like, well, this is a story that happened to me, so I'm within my rights to tell it, right? Like they're not even thinking about
Your
this
person or this
about
person?
James. Both, really.
Well, this person in the question is, they will do that for themselves, but they will do the exact same thing. They are just as open and honest about every detail of other people's lives and other people's stories as they are of their own.
Jeez. Okay, that's a next level thing. Um, mm, yeah. What advice would you give to someone like that? I mean, you have a problem. You're at least self-aware enough to know that, but you're not in a position where you've done anything about it. That's fucking hard, man. I mean,
Turn it into a game. See how few words you can say in a day, a week, a conversation.
yeah, I think something there is exactly it, right? Like, see how many exchanges you can go through not telling a story. Practice not telling a story to be the center of attention.
Try making up a story.
No, hang on.
Is that
We've swung too far.
yeah,
Sorry, hold
you're
on.
right.
What?
That's too
About
good of
what?
an answer. Yeah.
No, that's not what I meant. What?
Well, like
Sorry,
on
could you
on the
say more
weekends.
about that?
Yeah, on the weekend when I was about to do those fucking 9 lines of coke in Cloudland, I saw a cat in a tree, and I leapt up, and
In the nightclub?
I saved it.
You saw a tree in the nightclub where there was a cat in it.
Well, it was sort of out on the street. I later realized that it.
You can't really see outside
Yeah,
the
I
street
know.
in Cloudland unless you're on the top floor.
I thought that it was. I thought it was a real cat, and it was just a decoration. But
Yeah, but how did you see? Oh,
I
so
saved it.
was your. You saved the decoration?
The cornerstone piece of this story is that I thought that I was saving an animal's life.
Yeah,
And I did do that. I did do
lines
that. But then later, I found out that the cat might not have been a real cat.
And what clued you into that fact?
When I pet it and it was hard plastic.
But
Yeah.
so not when you saved it, not when you rescued it initially.
Not at the time. I was really fucking. I had so much adrenaline pumping, and I really had assembled quite a mass of people that I thought were cheering me on. But I now, later reflecting back on it, I do realize that it was security telling me to get the fuck down.
Were
yeah.
you, and so were you sort of in the bar foyer area, or were you on sort of the second floor, the lounge area?
I was outside at this point. Yeah, I was on the street. Yeah.
When you saw the cat?
Yeah. I might have like stomped on two parked cars a little bit as well. But I thought I was climbing.
Is there even parking outside Cloudland? I thought it was a no through.
Exactly. That's what I tried to tell the police. I said it's practically their fault that it happened.
Nah, you make a good point about that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be parking there.
You shouldn't be parking here. I said the same thing.
It's a cat rink.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a cat rink, is what I thought they were saying. But it wasn't. So
sorry, when did this happen?
Oh, Saturday. Yeah. Saturday night.
When you working here Saturday night? I saw you multiple times.
It's so long. Saturdays are so long. They're so long
we closed
now.
The restaurant at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's technically Sunday. So, I mean, it's like, are you even paying attention to my story? You know what I mean? So.
Oh, that's on me?
Thank you for admitting that. Thank you.
Oh, no, that was a question. That wasn't. I was
And
confused.
I accept your apology.
No, that's.
So I guess I'm definitely gonna need next Wednesday off, because that's sort of just having a bit of a celebration for saving the cat. Just sort of hoping that gets approved.
Yeah, look, I'm not going to not approve it.
Thank you so much. All right, well, I'm going to check out anyway, because I have parked actually out the front of Cloudland, and it's a whole big thing because I said not to do it. But what's up?
You're on shift in 10 minutes. You can't go.
Oh my god, dude! Can you get off my case? Just get off my case for once.
What?
All right, I'll stay, I guess. Oh, let me go move my car. Jesus Christ! You know, you save one cat, dude. You save one cat, and fucking everyone treats you differently after it.
He's lost his goddamn mind. And he's talking about cats and shit at Cloudland. Yeah, the fucking story is crazy. Sorry, yeah, do whatever you want. That's fine.
So now that's
fucking liability.
Right. But now you see how I'm not exactly, I don't have anything to feel guilty about because I'm not oversharing intimate details about my actual life or
That's
anyone
true.
else's. But I am
It does.
still perfecting my storytelling abilities.
There is. Yeah, there's a bit of work to be done regarding the narrative toolset at play, but
Yeah.
I think I see what you're going for.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. It does. You do run the risk of long term. You might need to sort of develop some kind of a note taking apparatus to track all of your lies so that they don't contradict each other. Um,
Oh,
a
no, that's,
spreadsheet
you could
might be
do that,
wise.
but that seems like a lot of effort on you. Just start gaslighting people when they start confronting you with the with the
You go, I
details
never
about
said
other
that.
stories. You go,
It's crazy.
what?
Yeah, I would never tell you that.
I've never even been to Cloudland. What the fuck are you talking about?
What is that? Is
I'm
that
allergic to cats. I don't know why I wouldn't even
do
save
they
a
make?
cat in a tree. Like, what the
Is that a
fuck?
cotton candy store? Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Cloudland, like
Do they sell vapes?
clouds,
Like
the fucking, yeah, you can buy like the
the
little,
candy
like the lolly
clouds?
ears and you can buy the
Yeah,
lolly clouds. You mean those clouds?
because I don't fucking. You
I
know, I
don't
don't
know,
eat
dude.
sugar.
I've never said that.
I'm fucking keto right now. Like, what are you talking about?
See, perfect.
Oh, that's powerful. Oh, is the solution to this just gaslight everyone in your life? Because you don't even need to lie. Just when they ask you about the details later, pretend that you didn't tell them those details.
You know what? Fuck, you're good, dude. You
Thank
see,
you.
we get to shortcut. I spun this big fucking like, oh, here's the step-by-step guide of how to, and you came in and said, you know, downsizing, e-solutions, e-commerce, and then
Sometimes
like we really cut through and we
brainstorming is about finding the kernel within the idea.
found it, dude. Popcorn, bitch.
And we found it, and it's gaslight everyone in your life. So
exactly.
that they don't know what's true and what's not. And you're not technically oversharing because you're poisoning their brain to not know what's real. And that gives you all the power, James. That gives you all the power in the relationship.
And that is what it's all about, dude.
Oh, wow. What a spectacular episode of The Advisory, James. What a thrilling
Thank you so
journey
much
into
for coming and listening to us.
Oh,
If you
that was
want
me
to,
was
if you want,
congratulating us.
oh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
I just,
yeah.
I got like a hot wet kiss just came through my microphone. That was real weird. If you
Shouldn't be
want
wet.
to send us a question, you need advice, you can head over to speakpipe.com/the advisory. You can do it on a phone, you can do it on a computer, you can do it on anything. You go
Probably
there
not.
and you just
Not anything.
tap record, you get a 90-second thing, and it fucking shoots right into
Boom.
our inbox.
Send us a freaking voicemail with your advice.
Speakpipe.com/the advisory. If you want to find us on the socials, at the Advisory Podcast on Instagram, at Advisory Podcast on TikTok, youtube.com/at the Advisory Podcast. And David, if you want to send us digital snail mail, you can do that as well. theadvisorypodcast@gmail.com.
Oddly judgmental, but yep.
If you want to leave us a rating and review so that this, quite frankly, drug front can look more legitimate as a podcast, then we would appreciate that. Head over to wherever you get bloody podcasts from, leave a 5-star review. We will accept nothing less than 5. If you're thinking about 4, oh,
listen,
fucking. Whoa.
we'll find you. We'll find you because your fucking husband has posted your full maiden name and your address. So we'll fucking find you.
Yeah,
and we'll make you change that 4 to a 5, whatever it takes.
Yeah, it's interesting that they say to sort of be wary about what you post online, and they really rarely ever talk about be careful about what those around you post about you online. So I think that's a good takeaway as well.
It's a really big life lesson, I think.
Also, there are rating and reviews on Spotify, and you can't actually see them or read them. So I don't know what that's about. Same thing on iTunes as well. You can only read the ones from your country, I think. It's a real fucking shit show. But
hey, if you do leave one and you leave a review that you think is interesting and you tell us the voice you would like that review done in, I am
Oh,
contractually obligated to do that. So,
and he is
you could
working
say
on his
something.
characters.
Well, working is a strong way of putting it.
David, we also have a bit of a creative fund going at the moment. If you've got a podcast, you've got a show, you've got a pilot, you've got a script, you've got something that you're making or want to make, bit.ly/BSS-submit. Send us your pilots and we'll send you some money. That's how it works. It's a pretty simple system.
Yeah, it's not complicated. You send us the thing, and then we go, "Hey, here's some money."
Exactly. David, that's it. We done it. Another one in the bag. This was
Great show, boys.
oh,
It's me,
he's
little
not
David.
fucking. There's no way
That
that
was
this
really
cunt's
fun.
back. Can you ask a little David to send us out with like something uplifting and great and wonderful?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. He wants. What do you want? Some uplifting and what?
Just something great and wonderful and uplifting and good.
He says great and wonderful and up. Okay, this sounds addy. Just give us something, dude. Don't fucking look at me like that. Yeah, there's a roast in the oven. We have to
Look,
go.
while
Okay, thank you.
he's talking to little David,
Just
I'm
give
just
me
gonna say to
fucking
you guys,
Jesus.
thank you so much for coming
Christ.
and listening. Thank you for hanging out. We appreciate your time, your energy, and we want to hear from you. So get in contact. And I'm just saying that so that I can be done, because I know that as soon as I hear this fucking little bastard, I'm gonna like lose my shit. So I just thought, now that I'm in a good headspace, I just want to say thank you for coming, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. We appreciate ya, David. What does he got?
Yeah, no, go now. Yeah, come on. Oh, great episode, boys, but it wasn't as good as this week's episode of Hamish and Andy. That's my favorite podcast.
Trash take, little David.
Oh, don't be mean to me. I'm only little. James, we have to fucking.
Yeah, but that's a good. Yeah, I know. Yeah, fuck that little guy.
Go,
but
man.
David, Colin did say we need a David dating update, and I realized that we didn't.
That.
We didn't do that.
Yeah, we don't have time this week, but we will next week.
Wow, he's trying to pad the numbers. He's trying to pad the numbers out.
Going? Shut up. Oh, any cute dates? Go back in the cupboard.
All right, we have to leave. Thank you so much for your time.
I gotta tranquilize him or something.
Goodbye.
Bye.